An employee of Zara claims that she felt humiliated by her managers due to her braids. We have a picture of her braids. Let's take a look.
Oh.
Beautiful. So her name is Cree Bala. She's 20 years old. This is a Toronto Zara in question. And after not one, but two managers took her outside, and I guess pretty publicly, they told her, quote, "We're not trying to offend you, but we're going for a clean, professional look with Zara, and the hairstyle you have now is not the look for Zara." So she then left, humiliated. She did not quit. She brought it to the attention of HR. She says, quote, "My hair type is also linked to my race. So to me, I felt like it was direct discrimination against my ethnicity in the sense of what comes along with it. My hair type is out of my control, and I tried to control it the best of my ability, which wasn't up to standard for Zara." Now, she said that Zara did get involved, the officials. She felt unsatisfied with whatever happened between her and the heads over at Zara. The officials at Zara said, quote, that there is no official hairstyle and that they would like to keep their discussions with her private. So they're not talking about what they decided to do with her. Thoughts, 5 words or less.
Zara is a mean girl.
No offense, but...
Just say you're Zari.
Not a good look, Zara.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit,
Oh my
Zara.
God.
Sam's
Yeah.
come
And
Yeah.
Zara's like my favorite store. But I'm going to
so
take
good.
issue. Of course, you have to take issue with Zara because they're the ones in charge of the managers, and it's a
Yeah.
trickle-down effect.
Yeah.
But I feel like these two managers, because the Zara that I go to, and I'm at Zara a lot.
She's going to
actually
be
her
at Zara
home.
within 20 minutes
A
of this discussion.
lot.
lives
It's
in
right
there.
next to my house. I walk there. I get a new outfit.
It is her house. She lives there.
Yeah, they keep asking her to leave, but she
My-
looks so professional that they're like, we need that around here.
My girl over there that always helps me with like what came in new, she has braids very similar to this style.
Yeah.
Or very, very similar
Yeah,
to what we
she
looked
looks
at.
really cool.
Yes.
Like that is a
Yeah.
symmetrical, very,
Yeah.
and I would say that it does look like clean and professional.
Right.
It does.
It's
yeah.
just a strange reaction they had in
I
Toronto.
think it's the managers though, because they don't ever take issue, obviously, with the girl that helps me. I think that these are the two managers and they need to be educated, and Zara needs to find out if it came from a malicious intent. And if it did, they should fire them. If it didn't, maybe this is just a teaching moment for those managers.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, it's a strange thing when you see these things on the internet where it's like, Zara bullies, shames employee. You know, because we all want. There's like people pulling from like the Beyonce hair discussion, and that just kind of is this like default inclination we have toward like being ready or primed for a reaction in that respect. I think everyone needs to take a breath and say like, yes, if there's like a problem at Zara, like institutionally we should address that. But I do think, like, going through, like, the tests of who's at fault here, it didn't seem like the Home Office is really at fault. It's the individuals. But maybe there's, like, a bigger discussion to be had. I just think that, like, I don't want everyone to swarm around these two managers and shake their fingers at at them if the whole thing might be a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
People need to remember that. I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like, I feel like whenever I read articles like this, it always seems like people want to jump to the company. You know, like they're the ones doing the wrong thing. And I know it is wrong. It is wrong because like that's just how her hair grows. It's not her fault. But I feel like, you know, Brett was saying, you don't really know if it was their fault, like the two managers, or if it was the company as a whole.
And if
Because
it was
of the way-
malicious or
and
just
if it
pure
was
ignorance,
malicious-
and they hopefully can learn
And
from
even
this.
if it wasn't malicious, it's still not right.
Of course.
You know what I mean? It's still not right.
Absolutely,
And
but you need to learn if it is a malicious intent. Then as an executive or an official at Zara, then that would really determine what the punishment is. And I say punishment in a very, I guess, what the consequence would be. If it wasn't malicious, then I would hope that they don't lose their jobs. It just becomes a teaching moment, and they somehow make it up to this employee because it was not right for them to do that, and it was discriminatory.
I mean, although I will say that if I was this employee and if just everything that's kind of going on around her, I would leave Zara. She said that she wasn't necessarily.
What if that's her job and
I
she
know,
needs
but there are so many other companies that I feel would.
Aldo.
Aldo. No, I'm just saying that there are other stores where
Hot
maybe
dog on
that
a
wouldn't have
stick.
taken place. Like you were talking about, you know, the Zara that you go to, that would never have happened. And I think that there are certainly.
Maybe she can be transferred because if a job
it
can be
just
hard
seems
to
like
find.
that's going to be really uncomfortable. Like, what if they have these meetings, whatever is going on behind closed doors in private, and then like, all right, back to work. Like however they settled it, that's still uncomfortable for her. That there were two managers that felt that how she presented herself was unprofessional. I wouldn't want to go back to work there, and it's just unfair for her that she's having to put up with this because she just reported in to try and do her job. and two people, whatever their bias was or whatever basis they felt they had to come forward, made her feel really uncomfortable and put her in a spotlight that she didn't ask for.
And
I would understand if she left.
I agree.
Yeah, there are companies out there with standards that are written, and they're very specific about hairstyle. Hopefully, whether this story applies directly to that company or not, they'll take the time to look at it and be like, is our standard kind of racist?
Yeah.
You know, and only for like white people with hair that does a certain thing. And it might be a moment for them, even if they're not Zara, to kind of change
And
that.
to piggyback off that, the standard for Zara, I think, should just be to look cool so people want to buy the clothing when you walk into that. And I think she did that, so I would applaud her, and I hope that, you know, wherever she decides to go with the company, she just feels super affirmed, and I feel really badly that this happened to her.
Hopefully, hopefully the experience that everyone ends up having with this is like the experience I have at Zara. Where like I walk in and I'm like, this place sucks. This is terrible, but that thing's pretty cool.
That could look cool on
That's
me.
all right.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zara. I misunderstood you. Like, hopefully that's the case.
Okay, you guys, please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, make sure you watch us on watchable.com.